Okay.
All right. Here we are, folks, broadcasting live here in Tombstone, Arizona. I'm Todd Ryan, along with Joaquin Harrow. And there we go. We're just getting ready here. All right, there we go, Joaquin. I think we got your microphone all hooked up now, finally.
All right. Are we good?
We're good. This is an exciting game, folks. We welcome you to the first round playoff coverage of the game here today, and I just almost got my head whacked with a softball.
You're going to have to watch that.
These are called softballs, but they're actually pretty hard.
No, and this is the first round of the 2A softball in rankings. You're having the number 9 seed against the number 8 seed, and the overall record for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets, 14-13, a game over 500, but don't be say that's good, but they went unblemished in the region. Nobody beat them in the 2A South region. Eloy is playing out of the 2A Valley region with an overall record of 18-9, 3-3 in conference. So again, you got a number 8 seed against a number 9 seed. I was just talking to one of the assistant coaches, and I said these teams, one will advance, obviously, but I was talking to one of the coaches, the head coach of Eloy, and I said this is a tough draw, the 8 and 9 seed, because the winner advances to more than likely play the number 1. So when those seedings come out, you're like, all right. But again, that's why you play the game.
Absolutely.
And on the mound for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets is Brianna True. She will be the catalyst. And up to bat for the Eloy Dust Devils is number 16, Melody Code. She is the left fielder for Eloy Santa Cruz.
76 degrees as we start, but it's a windy one here today,
it is.
Joaquin.
It's crazy. And there's a bunt, playing the small ball right off the bat, and a good play by the pitcher to get her out. One down here in the half inning of this first round of the 2A softball championships. In softball, this is the time of the year. This is what you work for, and I'm glad, Todd, you asked me to do this one because I'm very familiar with Eloy in terms of their play. Got to cover them a couple years ago, and they feature some star pitching, and we'll talk more about that here in just a bit. Here is the pitch from True to Michaela Leos, and she is the shortstop for the Santa Cruz Dust Devils. And pretty good heat on that pitch from True. And there's a changeup going a little high, so it's a 1-1 count, I believe, on Michaela Leos. She sat back on that one. 1-1 count to Leos. Here is the pitch from True. And that's just a little high to 2-1 count. Here as we just start in windy Tombstone. But the up-and-coming Tombstone program, because this is for the last couple of years, this is a program that has just gotten better and better. So congratulations to Jim True and company for getting this program where it needs to be. Now he called a strike. That was about the same pitch as last time, but there's a strike zone for you. 2-2 on Leos for Santa Cruz. Base is empty. One down here in the top of the first. She fouls that off. But some pretty good heat. I'm impressed with the pitching of Tombstone.
Our coverage brought to you by SSVEC, serving our community, and MORSE Automotive Group of Sierra Vista. Now Cochise County is backed by Morse.
And here is the pitch to Leos. And, he called it on the outside corner. Got her, that is 2 down for the Eloy Santa Cruz Dust Devils. So 2 down here in the top of the first. And we've got the number 3 hitter for Eloy, and that would be Monette Banda. That's low, 1-0.
We are covering the Buena Colts baseball game, the first round playoff game in Sierra Vista today, right now on our channel as well, too, Joaquin. Just to let folks know.
That's going to be low. That's a 2-0 count, so she gets ahead of True. So I'm thinking, this is where a batter loves it. Pretty much pick your pitch here. The good news for Tombstone is they have 2 down here in this top of the first. Here is the pitch from True. That's going to be on the outs. Ooh, I thought that was the outside corner. 3-0. Now the question always becomes on a 3-0, does she get the green light? She's in the number 3 position. She bats there for a reason, no doubt about that, because she can hit. So Lales, and there's a little late on that pitch. That is fouled off. 3-1 count on Monette Banda. So just getting underway here in Tombstone. Getting a windy Tombstone, but that's all right. Sunshine.
These are beautiful new ballparks,
yes,
too, in
yes.
Tombstone.
First time I've been here. Here's the pitch from True, and that's going to be on the outside. You got a runner on. 2 down in the top of the first. Banda gets on, and now brings up the cleanup hitter, Emily Brown. I always like to see these pitching matchups. You got good pitching, and you got great hitting. So here you go. Your number 4 spot. Oh, right down the middle. 0-1. True gets ahead of the batter. You got Banda on first. 2 down. You're just joining us. Just underway. Here's the pitch from True. Ooh, nice cut there from Brown. And there's an 0-2 count. Boy, I'm impressed with True and her speed with that ball. Now that's a little low. Good eye on the 0-2 pitch for Monette Brown. Playing it pretty conservative for Eloy on the part of their base running. Well, of course, you do that with 2 outs. And here is the pitch to Brown. Oh, just foul. So you got a 1-2 count. 0-0, top of the first. Tombstone, Eloy, Santa Cruz. These 2 teams did play back on April 22nd with Eloy getting the best of that game. 8-6 was the final there.
Oh, so it was a relatively close score at least.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's going to be high. That's a 2-2 count now. She's hanging in there. So the cleanup hitter, Emily Brown, looking for her pitch. Here is Brianna True with the pitch. And that's a hit going to the second baseman. And that's an easy out.
All right.
2 gross. And that's it. Half inning being played. Scoreless. And here goes Eloy. And when we talk about Eloy, they've got pitching. And here's what I'm talking about. Because, again, a couple years ago I was able to cover. They got a pitcher in Layla Brown. She's the first baseman today. But today on the mound, they're throwing a freshman. Alyssa Flores is going to be the pitcher for the Eloy Santa Cruz Dust Devils. So, again, we're in for a good one here. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, glad you're joining us. And
absolutely.
You see the warm-up pitch here from Alyssa Flores. Again, freshman, okay? And I always say this, with a freshman pitcher, after an inning is played, she's no longer a freshman.
Right, exactly.
She has advanced. But I was talking to the head coach, and I said, what a luxury to have the pitching the way you do. And just noting out the pitching from Alyssa Flores, man, she's got something behind that fastball.
Absolutely.
And as a freshman, I always say, she's got 3 more years after this. Oh my, how much better can she get? You know?
Yeah, she's a fast pitcher there. Yeah, she's throwing some fast ones there.
Well, that's the thing. I always used to joke in covering softball for many years. It's like, pitching, and pitching.
Yeah.
When you have it, it's just a luxury. And then again, that credit to the coaches because they develop these pitchers. I mean, I always used to say, as my daughter being a pitcher from years ago, it's like, look, they just don't wake up and become pitchers.
Yeah.
It takes time. And, I'm sure other parents can attest to the fact that they annoy you sometimes because you're watching TV and they're pitching in the living room and you're saying, okay, calm down. Here we go. Bottom of the first. Up to bat for the Tombstone Yellowcats is Bella Lopez. The center fielder for Tombstone. Here's the pitch from Flores. Just a little low, 1-0 on the count.
0-0 the score if you're just joining us. Bottom of the first. Tournament playoff action, round 1 of the playoffs.
And the winner of this game advances to play the winner of Wickenburg and Mojave Accelerated. That is right down the middle, 1-1 on the count. But again, that speed behind that pitching of Alyssa Flores, we're already impressed. So let's see how the Tombstone batters handle this one. Bella Lopez at the plate on the 1-1 pitch. Oh, she tries a changeup. That's a little low. It's going to be a 2-1 count.
Big thank you to the Sherry Ethel team at Long Realty, one of our sponsors of today's coverage as well, supporting our youth athletes.
Oh, it hit her. So, hit by pitch there. So, your leadoff batter gets on. And here we go to Hayden Dobbins, the left fielder for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. Again, they went undefeated in conference. So impressive there and impressive on the upcoming of the program for Tombstone. That's a pitch. Oh, she's stealing, and she's there safely.
She made it.
Bella Lopez made it there with got a good jump. Good throw from the Eloy catcher. Just a little late. Here is Dobbins. And that's going to be on the outside. Count going to be 1-1 on Dobbins. No score here in the bottom of the first. 2A softball. Eloy out of the 2A Valley region. Tombstone out of the 2A South. There's a nice cut from Dobbins. Fouled back. She's ahead on the count. 1-2 to the number 2 hitter in Dobbins. Alyssa Flores, the freshman on the mound for Eloy Santa Cruz. And here is the pitch. Reaches out on that one on a changeup. That is fouled off. Count stays at 1-2. Interesting the strategy here, having a runner in scoring position and playing small ball, but there you go. That's a bit inside. So a 2-2 count on Dobbins. But already in just watching a few pitches, very, very impressed with the freshman pitcher from Eloy. There's, just a bit high. Now we got a full count. Now interesting, will they send that runner on second? With a 3-2 count. Here is Flores to Dobbins, and that's going to put her on base. That's just a little low, so you got runners on first and second, no outs. Tombstone in a very good position here to strike first here in the bottom of the first. Here in Tombstone as they get the home field advantage in this first round matchup. And again, Eloy, Tombstone is just good 2A softball. Glad to be able to cover this. Here is Flores. That's going to be a little high. 1-0 count. Brianna True, the pitcher. So we've got heads up. That landed by us.
It's just over my head here.
We forgot our glove, but that's okay. So this is always good. Pitcher versus pitcher, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. See, and there's always that psychological advantage. I'm sure she's aware of it. She's aware of it. So pitcher versus pitcher. Let's see what I can do. I'll give her my best, and she's going to give her hitting best. I love the matchup. So True. Oh, nice cut.
Show your love in the live chat for your favorite team. Let us know where you're watching from. A beautiful day here in Tombstone, but definitely very windy. So hopefully you can hear us all right in our microphones.
Here's the pitch from Flores. Oh, another nice cut. Just got a little under it. Got a 1-2 count. And the 2A South well represented with Tombstone, Wilcox, and Benson.
Not a surprise that Wilcox is in the mix.
Oh, no. And then I'll get to that after the pitch from Flores. Oh, got her on the changeup. But being that she was able, she's able to advance on that. Well, they count that as a wild. Well, first base was occupied, so she's gonna be out.
Oh,
usually if first base was not occupied, she would have been able to, but it was occupied. So on the strikeout. So we got one down here in the bottom of the first. Alyssa Flores against the number 4 hitter, and that would be Kyla Gross. Kyla Gross with the cut. That's going to be a tough play. And Flores handles that well. The hold on third. Nice defensive play there from Alyssa Flores. So think about it, Todd. See, they started out this inning allowing the first 2 runners. Now Alyssa Flores and her pitching. Another 2 outs, 1 out away from getting out of the inning. That's why I say pitching, pitching, and pitching. Alyssa Flores. And that's a nice cut there from Mackenzie Nicole for Tombstone, the number 4 hitter. And that is a high fly ball.
Oh, she dropped it.
Tough to handle. That was tough with the wind. They bring it in. That's going to be a double. That's 2 runs on the board for Tombstone. They strike first here in the bottom of the first. Tombstone, Yellow Jackets 2, Eloy nothing.
And I'll tell you right now, I bet you she had problems because of the wind judging that ball. This wind is something else here today. So we got lucky there. If you're a Tombstone fan, the wind actually played in our favor in this case.
This is Lily Garcia. That's going to be a foul ball. But you're absolutely right with the wind because Davis there for Eloy, you saw she was playing it well.
Yeah.
Then just at the end, it just seemed to curve off.
Right.
And it went off her glove. They always say if it touches the glove, you catch it. But that was a tough one. Oh, nice cut there from Lily Garcia, the shortstop. Is that Nicole? Okay. Oh, is it Nicole? Okay. Thank you. Yeah, that's the number 5 hitter. That is Nickel. Tries it with a change. Oh, and she got it. Good pitch there from Alyssa Flores with the changeup. So we've played 1. 1 is in the books. Here from Tombstone, it is the Yellow Jackets striking first with a 2-0 lead as we go to the top of the second. And I'm sure the assistant coach will get here and say, yeah, here we go. We played 1. You've seen the picture. Let's go get some runs.
Big thank you to some of our sponsors, Joaquin, Barnett's Towing and Barnett's Propane, serving our community since 1963. Copper Queen Community Hospital of Cochise County, their new physical therapy department is now open in Hereford. Physical therapy clinics in Bisbee and Douglas also provide the highest quality of services to outpatients and home health patients of all ages. Thanks to our good friends at Grasshopper Landscaping, quality from the ground up, always wanting to support our youth athletes here in Cochise County. And Ginger's Title Services of Sierra Vista, located at 999 East Fry Boulevard. By the way, Ginger's Titles is now open on Saturdays from 9 a.m. till 2 p.m. Allo Fiber, your new home team internet, TV, and phone provider. Visit allofiber.com as they expand in Sierra Vista in particular as well over the coming year. Tombstone has a nice lead there, Joaquin. They got lucky.
Give their pitcher a cushion, no doubt about that. And here we go with the bats of Eloy Santa Cruz. So Brianna True has to be very happy in getting that 2-run cushion. So here we go with Eloy Santa Cruz. And here is the first pitch to Alyssa Flores. And that's going to be just a bit outside. 1-0 on the count. Wind kind of died down a little bit, which is nice.
For a moment, anyway. We'll see how long it lasts.
Here's the pitch from True. And that's going to be a strike. 1-1 on Alyssa Flores. Again, we talked about it last inning. Pitcher versus pitcher. All right. Here's the pitch from True. That's a changeup. That's going to be low. Count's going to be 2-1 on Alyssa Flores. The number 5 hitter for Eloy Santa Cruz. Oh, that's going to be right down the middle. That's going to be a 2-2 count on Alyssa Flores. I was going to ask, Todd, did someone travel 5 hours to Kingman? That's going to be a strikeout for True as she puts on the heat.
Good start to the inning for Tombstone. Tombstone up 2-0, and we're in the top of the second. Todd Ryan along with Joaquin Harrow here on our coverage.
2A softball. It's that time of year, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Here we go with one out. Here's True, and that's a good cut from Layla Brown. True gets ahead of Layla, 0-1 count, 2-0. In case you're just tuning in, Tombstone leads Eloy Santa Cruz. That's going to be high, 1-1 count. Well, he really did a good job on this field. Very nice.
These fields here, brand new in Tombstone High School. Beautiful softball and baseball fields.
Here is the 1-1 pitch, and a nice cut from Layla Brown. Just a little behind on the pitch. So, True showing that speed also on the mound. We got we got a great pitching matchup here. You know, in watching the pitching of True, the reason they went undefeated in the region, that's going to be a bit inside. So we're going to have a 2-2 count as we are in the top of the second inning from Tombstone. Here is the pitch from True. Good cut there from Layla Brown. Good cut, just a little behind. That's 2 outs, 2 down. And that's a way you couldn't ask for anything more. Thomas, 2 up, 2 strikeouts.
Yep.
Just like that.
If you're Tombstone, that's what you want to do.
So the bats have got to get going here for the Eloy Santa Cruz Dust Devils as we got Mariah Davis. Mariah Davis falls behind, 0-1 count. True is just firing that ball in there. And here's the pitch. That's a changeup. Ooh, just missed. 1-1 inside. You know, they say when a pitcher's throwing hard and then she throws a changeup at you, it makes that fastball looking like it's going 80 miles an hour. Mm-hmm. Tough to catch up to that changeup after you see a fast one. Here we go. Oh, nice cut. But it got through 1-2 count on Davis. The center fielder for Eloy. That's going to be just a bit high. Good eye there for Davis. 2-2 count. Here is the 2-2 pitch. Going to be high. Good eye there from Davis. She's got a full count now.
And that wind picking back up again, Joaquin.
Yeah, no.
You jinxed us.
No, well, it's just the way it is with a stinking wind, but that's all right. Here's the full, and right down the middle.
Got her.
Well, what an inning for True. 3 up, 3 strikeouts. So we've played an inning and a half. It is Tombstone 2, Eloy Santa Cruz 0. They are swinging the bats, no doubt about that. Just catching up to it and getting it.
First round playoff coverage here on Cool FM Live. I'm Todd Ryan along with Joaquin Harrow. Our coverage brought to you by Right Way, now serving Service in Cochise County, providing heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical services. They're working hard to earn your trust the right way. RITE. They're happy to support our local athletes and our sports broadcasts. Thank you to American Southwest Credit Union. Today's game sponsored by those folks over there in Sierra Vista. If you live, work, or worship here, you may be eligible to join, experience better rates and personalized service. Just go to ascu.org. And Sierra Toyota. Sierra Toyota wants to buy your car, truck, or SUV. Get your vehicle appraised in 30 minutes or less. No vehicle will be turned away at Sierra Toyota, a proud sponsor of our playoff coverage.
Yeah, the reason we get to broadcast these games, right?
Absolutely. And we've got the Buena High School boys baseball team coverage on our Cool FM platform as well, with Jeff Davenport with the play-by-play coverage. You can catch that game if you're interested in that game as well, broadcasting right now.
And we just got an update from Kingman. Kingman leads Benson 3-1.
Okay, thank you. What inning is that in? Do you know?
That I will double. Oh, that's a shot.
Beautiful
that is
hit.
A shot.
Is that
and
a home
that's going
run?
to be a double. Did that go over? I thought it bounced over. Did it go over? That's
it's a home run.
That is Violet Schmidt, correct? Violet? Is it Violet?
That was Lily Garcia.
Okay, no, that's okay, gotcha. Lily Garcia, first home run of the year. Oh my goodness. Whew. First of her career. Whoa, gosh. So Lily's going to keep that ball. Can they bring that ball back and get it signed? Yeah, no, I was going to double check that inning for you. Top of the second. Kingman 3, Benson 1.
Okay,
gotcha. Score there. So Lily Garcia starts it off with that homer. And here's that pitch from Alyssa Flores, and that's going to be low. 1-0 on the count. Ooh, that was a shot.
Yeah.
3-0.
That was.
For Tombstone.
Beautiful hit. It just got over the fence there. So a nice home run. It's 3-0 Tombstone.
Oh, and there's another shot up the middle from Violet Schmidt. She's going to get a single out of that. And Tombstone, the hitters are starting to see that ball from Alyssa Flores. 3-0 in favor of the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. And that's impressive with Lily Garcia in that home run, because that was going kind of against the wind, as it pushes, and to get it over the way she did. So, Arabella Alvarez is the batter now.
Someone's asking if they know if someone is broadcasting the Benson game. I don't know that. We don't know that at this time. Unfortunately, the game was so far away we couldn't cover that one today.
And that's going to be popped in the air. That should be shortstop, and she's got it. The shortstop for Eloy's got that. And that would be a good play there from Michaela Leos for the Eloy Santa Cruz Dust Devils. 1 down, 3-0 Tombstone leads on that shot from Lily Garcia. Oh boy. Softball at its best here from Tombstone. And we are back at the top of the order for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. And that would be Bella Lopez. Here's the pitch from Flores. And that's a cut. That's going to the second baseman. Chance for 2. And they got it. They got it. That double play there. Nice play from the Eloy Santa Cruz Dust Devils. Getting the double play. They needed that time. And we go to the top of the third. We've played 2 from Tombstone. It is the Tombstone Yellow Jackets 3 and the Eloy Santa Cruz Dust Devils nothing. Oh boy, here we go.
Yeah. And we'll do our best to keep you updated on the Benson score as much as we can. But the last check you had was Benson was down 3-1, right?
Correct. In the top of the second. I'll get an update there. I just got, what do they say? I know people talk. No, as a matter of fact, great guy. And he does a fantastic job as the head coach of the St. David Tiger softball team, Yogi Wilson.
Okay.
And he's got that team primed to win a state title there in St. David. I believe they go in as a second-ranked team. I'll be corrected if I'm wrong, but I think they are the number 2 seed in 2A.
Yeah, and we'll do our best to cover some of their games, or as many as we can, moving forward as well.
Oh yeah, no, and that's the thing with the St. David program. Those coaches, Yogi and company, they've done just a tremendous job there at St. David.
A big thank you to the Pioneer Title Agency, independently owned, family operated, Arizona proud, in the business of good deeds. Thank you for their sponsorship. The Leon team at Cross Country Mortgage, as Cochise County's #1 mortgage lender. They continue to provide exceptional service and personalized lending solutions to our community. And they wish the Tombstone Yellow Jackets the best of luck as well. The Leon team at Cross Country Mortgage. Thank you to TWN Communications, fast, reliable internet with no data caps, and save money when you prepay. Now through May 31st, when you prepay for 12 months of internet service, we'll give you the 13th month free. That's TWN Communications.
We got Leanna Banda starting it off for the Eloy Dust Devils. Here's the pitch from True, as she's got a lead, 3-0. Here in the top of the third from Tombstone. That was a little high, 1-0 on the count for Bend. Here is the pitch from True. That's going to be a strike, 1-1 on Bend. Boy, if we could just keep it calm like that in terms of the win, or fine. I hope I don't jinx it.
Yeah, don't jinx it. Right now, there's no win at this very moment, anyway.
Great. Oh, that's a shot, and that's going to drop. Banda, nice hit. Seeing that ball fine. Rounding first, stays on first. Leadoff hitter for the Eloy Santa Cruz Dust Devils. And that will bring up Adrina Reyes. Adrina Reyes, the batter for Eloy Santa Cruz. Three-two Benson, bottom of the second. Let me double check. There's the steal, and that's a bit of a pass ball. So she'll advance a second. Kingman 3, Benson 2, bottom of second.
Okay, so Benson's starting to make a little bit of a comeback here.
Yeah. So 3-2, Kingman leads that one. Thank you, Yoke, for that update. Appreciate it. Here is True to Reyes. And that's going to be a 1-1 count on Reyes. Eloy's got that runner in scoring position. That is Banda on second base. And here is the pitch. Oh, they're going small ball.
Let it go.
Oh, what a bunt. What a bunt. And she is safe. Oh, my goodness. Give that young lady. And she's going to second. Look at that base running. Aggressive base running by Eloy Santa Cruz. And that'll put runners on second and third. No outs. See, there was always the old saying, in baseball, softball, don't look at the ball. You listen to your coaches, and that was the aggressive base running, and that's why that batter's over there. That runner's on second base for Eloy. What a bunt! That's why when you play small ball, I mean that's about as good as it gets. We've got Jocelyn Velasco batting for Eloy. She takes a strike. So True. Thrown to Velasco. Here in the top of the third, Tombstone leads 3-0. Now runners in scoring position for Eloy, second and third. That's going to be a little low.
Now the shirts say Santa Cruz on them, but that's in Eloy.
That's correct.
Yeah, just to clarify.
Santa Cruz Valley. Lived in that area for a little bit.
Well, you did.
And look at that shot.
Oh, look at that. Oh.
And what a snag by True. Brianna True playing great defense. That's one down. That was a hard shot from Velasco. But, man, the awareness from Brianna True on the mound there. Way to cover the mound there. One down. Runners in scoring position, second and third. Here is the top of the order for Eloy Santa Cruz, and that would be Melody Cade. And that's going to be a foul ball. That's going to be out of play.
Almost caught by a fan.
We are in for some good softball here. I knew it was going to be like this. That's why Todd, thank you for letting me do this. When I said Tombstone Eloy, I'll take it. That's for sure. Here's the pitch from True. That's going to be a little low. And that's going to be a 1-1 count on Melody Cade. 3-0 in favor of Tombstone. We're at the top of the third. 2A softball. Here's Brianna True in the pitch. That's a little low. She goes for it. Good cut there from Cade. Count is now 1-2. Brianna True ahead of Cade here in this top of the third. The 1-2 pitch, and that's going to drop. That is going to drop. That's going to bring in two. It's going to bring in two for Eloy on that aggressive base running.
It's Bria Gross.
Is that what it is?
Brianna True is right here on first base.
Why do I have it? Oh, okay, that's Kyla Gross, correct?
Oh yeah, so Kyla Gross, and then the one on the picture is Bria Gross.
Is Bria? Okay, Bria Gross. Okay, no N. So gotcha. Thank you. Where'd my pen go? So right down the middle from Bria Gross.
Now, sometimes when we get the printed rosters, unfortunately, they're not correct, and so we're from the AIA on their website.
Well, all we know this, Todd, is like our bad bot. We just know she throws hard, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's an overthrow. Oh, my. Ooh. Yeah, that was a dead ball. Good call there by the coach. Couldn't advance that runner because I guarantee you she would have been going.
3-2 the score. Tombstone in the lead. 1 out here in the third. We got a close one.
So Bria Gross, here is the pitch. A little late on the swing there. From
Gross is pitching for Tombstone.
Correct.
Yeah. Thank you for the corrections on that. Apologize about that.
And we got Banda batting for Eloy. Here's the pitch from Gross. That's going to be low. We got 1 down here in the top of the third. 3-2, just like that. I think we're in for a nail biter.
You can score a lot of runs quickly in girls softball, you know.
Well, I just know, again, in just a matter of, couple hits, we're back. She held back on that changeup, so good for her. She just fouled it off. But those are tough to hit. So Gross trying to fool her with that changeup. We've got a 1-2 count on Yonette Banda. Here's the pitch from Gross. That's going to be low. She evens up the count at 2-2. We are in the top of the third, 3-2 in favor of Tombstone. There is that's right, hit to the shortstop, and she gets back. That was a close one. Good play there.
Big play for Tombstone.
Oh, yeah, that was a hard shot. Just right, too. Number 6 there, the number 6 hole. So that's 2 down. So we got 2 down now. And up to the plate is Emily Brown for Eloy. Second baseman for Eloy at bat against Bria Gross. And here is the pitch. That's going to be just a bit high and outside, I should say. Trying to keep the damage at only 2 runs here in the top of the third for Tombstone. Trying to go into that bottom of the third with the lead. Here is the pitch from Gross, and that is a good cut from Brown, just a little late. We got a 1-1 count.
And they play 7 innings in girls softball, correct?
Correct. Going to extra innings, you got the international tiebreaker. Or more on that if we get there. That's gonna drop. That is gonna drop. And that is a hit for Brown. Brown, nice placement there to right field. You got runners on first and second, 2 down. As they say, 2 ducks on the pond for the pitcher, Alyssa Flores. Kingman Academy 6, Benson 2, top of the third. You need to grow another inch here. You're good. Oh, nice cut. Nice cut there for the pitcher, Alyssa Flores. Pitcher versus pitcher.
Benson falling a little further behind, though, with the latest score update, unfortunately.
Yeah, they're playing the number 4 seed. That's going to be a little low to Flores. Yeah. She gets ahead on the, actually 1-1 on the count. 3-2. We got a nail biter here in Tombstone. Pitcher versus pitcher.
Brett, that's an old text that you just got. I never sent a text. I'm doing a baseball game.
1-2 on the count.
All right.
To Flores. Pitcher versus pitcher. Let's see who gets the best of who. With 2 down here in the top of the third. Tombstone leads 3-2. Here is the pitch. And nice cut there from Flores. Hangs in there. Stays alive. Gonna have a little bit of a meeting among the players here at the mound.
If you're Tombstone, you want to get out of this inning real quick.
Well, you want to get ahead with a lead, that's for sure. We've got runners on first and second for Eloy. They're threatening with 2 down. And here is the pitcher-pitcher matchup. Again, Flores. Here's the pitch from Gross, and that's high. That's brings the count to 2-2, evens it up. But again, we have to be impressed by the pitching we see here from Tombstone and Eloy. Here is the pitch from Gross. Ooh, a little late on that cut, but nice cut.
Big thank you to Jim Blair at Haymore Real Estate, loving Cochise County, Sierra Vista, and Tombstone since 1979. Let him help you buy or sell your home. Jim Blair, Haymore Real Estate.
Here is the pitch from Gross, and that is a shot.
Oh.
That is a shot. That's going to bring in 1. Oh, they hold it. They hold it.
They're going to hold it.
All right. So now we've got 3 ducks on the ball. Bases loaded, 2 down. Eloy is threatening. Tombstone still leads 3-2. We've got 2 down here in the top of the 3rd, and that brings up Layla Brown. Woo! See, this is where it gets good.
Yeah.
This is where it gets good. This is what we're talking about softball.
Probably good that they held her at third, because it would have been a real close play
It would have been
at the plate.
That's where you test the arm, and they didn't want to do that.
They got that ball in real quick.
Oh, nice cut there from Layla Brown.
2 outs.
The base is loaded. Oh, a base hit will bring in 2. Base hit will pretty much guarantee you the lead. Here we go on the 0-1 pitch. Oh, another good cut from Layla Brown. Whew, she is so close. I tell you what, see, those are so close. Those are the ones you say, if she would have got it, I would have been out there. There would have been, with no doubt. She's got a beautiful swing there.
2 strikes.
Here is Gross with the pitch.
And she got it.
Got her on the high pitch. Got her on the high pitch. So, the Eloy Dust Devils, they lead 3, and we've played 2.5. And we have Tombstone still leading 3-2. Oh, my.
Tombstone very fortunate to get out of that inning with any more runs, but they have the lead still, and if you're a Tombstone Yellow Jacket fan, that is good news. Big thank you to some more of our sponsors. Haymore Real Estate, serving Southern Arizona for 45 years. Large enough for all your real estate needs. Still small enough to care. And also, SSVEC, Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative, serving our community. And MORSE Automotive Group, Sierra Vista. Stop in today and experience the difference. Cochise County is now backed by MORSE. Barnett's Towing and Barnett's Propane, serving our community since 1963. We have got, as they say, a barn burner here.
Yeah, a nail biter.
A nail biter.
Cold, like I said, biting your nails.
Whatever phrase you want to pull out, it's that. It's 3-2.
And I mentioned this earlier in the broadcast. I said this is what we expected. Again, you look at history. And you look at the last game they played. It was close. It was 8-6. So you knew this was going to be one of those pitching duels. And now we just see how it continues in the way of those bats.
That wind again picking up strong again here.
Who do we have here? Gotcha. I'm gonna have to. Hayden Dobbins to pitch. To hit, I should say, for Tombstone. Alyssa Flores, the freshman, on the mound for Eloy Santa Cruz. Dobbins waits for the 1-0 pitch as the wind starts to kick up again. Here is the pitch, and he's going to call that a strike. Absolutely 1-1. Man, the heat behind that pitch from that freshman, impressive. Both pitches. I mean, very, very good pitching here in this 2A matchup. There is a shot. There is a shot from Dobbins. That's going to go to the fence. And she's going to get at least a double out of this. I'll bring it back in. Leadoff batter gets a double. Dobbins hit that one right on the money. Tombstone leads 3-2 over Eloy. We are in the bottom of the 3rd. And here comes the pitcher. We got the pitcher-pitcher matchup again. Here is the pitch from Flores. That's going to be up in the air. Those are some of the toughest plays to get. And good play there. by the second baseman. That's one down. Runner holds at second. We got Kyler Gross. Kyler goes to bat for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets with one down. They lead 3-2. Here is Alyssa Flores. Here's the pitch. Nice changeup. Got her to get it. There you go. Two down, just like that.
Two pop-up hits.
Two pitches, two down. That's about as good as it gets. See, that's the... I can't emphasize it enough, Todd, with the pitching, both teams pitching. But there you go. Start off with a leadoff double, and what happens in the next two batters?
Yep.
You get 2 outs, just like that. Here's Mackenzie Nickel. Here's the pitch from Flores. That's going to drop. That's going to drop.
Yep.
That is going to drop. They're going to bring her in. They're going to bring her in.
She got in.
Nice throw there from the right fielder. The runner stays at first. Okay, goes. Why am I? This, Brianna's the number 3. Bria's the number 3 hitter, right? Oh, nice cut there. For Mackenzie Nickel. Four to 2 in favor of Tombstone. Here's the pitch from Flores. That is so close. Going to be a bit inside. 1-1 count on Nickel. And that's going to be up in the air. Careful. It's going to be a foul ball. Got 2 down here in the bottom of 3. Tombstone leads 4-2. What a game we got here in southeastern Arizona, right?
77-degree day, but the wind definitely a factor today in this game.
Just checking my updates here, and that's going, it's going to be a bit inside. Alyssa liked that pitch. Obviously the blue didn't. We got a 2-2 count. And that's going to be high. That's going to bring it to full. Full count here. Alyssa Flores the pitch and got her to swing. Going to be the shortstop.
Jumbled the ball up. They're all safe.
Yeah, ate her up just a little bit there. You got runners on first and second now with 2 down in the bottom of the 3.
So 2 outs for Tombstone, but runners at first and second. Tombstone leads 4-2 here in the bottom of the 3rd. Round 1 of the playoffs here on Cool FM Live. I'm Todd Ryan, along with play-by-play announcer Joaquin Harrow. You may remember him from the old Cave morning show radio days. How many years were you on the Cave, Joaquin?
Off and on, about 30 plus.
30 plus years off and on. Well, we're glad to have you here doing occasional sports coverage, and maybe you'll be doing some more games yet for the baseball and softball season.
Well, hoping to, and like I said, I appreciate you asking me to do this one because I knew this one was going to be a good one. Look at us. We're here at the bottom of 3. Tombstone leads by 2. You got runners on first and second. Got 2 down, and they do make a pitching change for Eloy.
You're a big sports lover. I know that you follow sports a lot, and that's why when I met you a while back, talked to you about it, and you were more than willing and happy to do sports coverage whenever you could with us here at Cool FM Live.
Yeah, I'm sure, Todd, when you first time you said, the guy isn't what they say is a mean guy. Just kidding. No, I'm just, it's all good. No, I appreciate it. Like I said, it's fun. It's fun to do these things. It really is. So.
Well, we got a close one here. It's 4-2.
And let's see. Here's
Tombstone leading.
I guess you'd call it a little bit of pressure. Lily Garcia will be the batter for Tombstone, and they bring in Layla Brown. I've covered this very talented pitcher for a couple years. I mean, the proof is in the pudding when she throws. Going a little low there. 1-0 on Lily Garcia. Holds back on that one. It's going to be a 2-0 count. Again, the pitching change. Alyssa Flores started the game for Eloy. Now it is Layla Brown. And that is a shot. And look at that defensive play. Look at that defensive play for Eloy Santa Cruz.
That is an amazing catch by the center fielder.
That is
for
correct.
Santa Cruz Eloy.
That is correct.
And I'll tell you what, if she wouldn't have made that catch, there would have definitely been a few runs scoring.
That would be Mariah Davis. If memory serves me correctly, for Eloy Santa Cruz. So just like that, see, that's why they bring in Layla Brown. She gets out of it. We got a 4-2 ball game. We're going to the top of the fourth. After 3, it is Tombstone 4 and Eloy Santa Cruz 2. I think I got an update here, Todd.
Score updates?
Why?
False alarm.
No. Actually, just a little bit of humor. My talented updater, a talented coach from St. David, he says he just heard my thing about 30 plus years. He says, "What? Yeah, that's what." He said the building was made of straw back then.
Oh, right, exactly.
See how everybody weighs in, Ty? Like,
yeah, exactly.
It's all good. It's all. Oh, yeah. So he'll have to. Actually, I'm gonna just ask Yogi to weigh in when they play next. I believe it's during a weekday, but they've got a game coming up, and I'm sure he's ready to go with his talented team. But he'll let me know here in just a bit. We can let the folks know on that one. But here we go, man. Again, we got a good one here from Tombstone.
4th inning, 4-2. Tombstone leads. Eloy Santa Cruz up to bat. Thanks to Copper Queen Community Hospital of Cochise County for one of our sponsors.
And you remember that wonderful defensive play we just saw?
Yeah.
That's who leads off the top of the fourth, Mariah Davis.
Yeah, that was a beautiful catch by her.
So here's the pitch. And nice cut.
Definitely saved some runs from scoring. There's no doubt about that. Grasshopper Landscaping, quality from the ground up. Thank you for supporting our youth athletes.
Oh, there's the nice small ball. They're playing small ball. Nice play from the first base. A high throw. Oh, he's going to call her safe because what happened was the first baseman reached up to get it. It was a high throw, and when her leg came down, she had already hit the bag. So, close call. Unlike, the other sport, we can't go to the monitor like they always do. You see people do the thing like they don't do that in high school.
So, the coach is talking to the home plate umpire.
Yes, coach.
Seeing if they can get a second opinion.
And let's see. So the definitive call was out. He would have to be the one. And he's asking exactly what happened. She went high. The pitch was high. I mean, the throw was high.
Okay, he still calls it safe.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think that was. Again,
is that how you saw it too,
absolutely,
Joaquin?
absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
It was a no-brainer for me. You always say you got the old adage about the snap. Well, pop, and that's what you hear. And the leg was still up when she hit that bat. So we got Banda up to bat, and she gets a nice cut. Oh, so this is your Velasco. Thank you, Coach. I'm just looking at the number there. Velasco, the batter for Eloy Santa Cruz. Here is Cruz on the pitch. And that's going to be a high throw. Oh, nice slide there. As Davis gets into second safely. So with no outs, runner in scoring position, here come the Eloy Santa Cruz Dust Devils.
Our coverage right here on Cool FM Live on Facebook. We welcome you. Wherever you are watching from, let us know in the live chat. Love to hear where you're from.
And here's the pitch from Gross. And from here, it's a strike. Let's just put it that way. 4-2 in favor of Tombstone. We're in the top of the fourth. We got no outs. Got a runner in scoring position. Count is 1-2. on Velasco. Here is the pitch. It's going to be high. Velasco holds back on that. We're into the fourth inning, and Bria Gross still throwing hard for Tombstone. What a game we have here from Tombstone 2A softball. Thank you for joining us. This is great.
First round of the playoffs.
That's it. And there's that pitch. That's going to be high, too. Good eye. Good eye there from Velasco. It's going to give you a 2-2 count there. Runner on second. Here's Gross. And that's going to be right to the pitcher. That's going to be the first out of the inning. Runner stays put at second. And that is going to bring up Adriana Reyes. Adriana Reyes, the batter for Eloy Santa Cruz. By the way, St. David will play Wednesday at 4 o'clock against Ashford.
Is that the baseball team, you mean?
The softball
The
team.
softball team,
Yes.
okay.
Oh, good cut. Good cut from Reyes. 0-1 count. So, yeah, playing Ashford 4 o'clock Wednesday. St. David, Ashford.
And where is that game at?
In St. David.
That'll be at home in St. David.
Correct.
Okay, great. Well, we'll see what we can do if we can try to cover that game.
Oh, they're going to small ball again. That's going to be a foul ball. So Gross ahead of the batter here with an 0-2 count. One down. Runner in scoring position. Runner there on second. Here is Reyes. Here's the pitch from Gross. Oh, nice cut. Good pitch, nice cut. Just fouled it off.
Thank you to Right Way, now serving Sierra Vista and Cochise County, including Tombstone, providing heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical services, sponsoring today's game as well. Right Way.
Way ahead in the count, 0-2 to Reyes. Here is the pitch. Oh, she's hanging in there. Now, son, I was all getting excited about doing this game, and I left my ice cold drink on the other side of the door.
Oh, you
yeah, it's stuck there.
Oh, yeah, I see it right over
you
there.
See it there? It's a sparkling, but that's okay.
That looks nice and cold.
I know. Okay, Todd, you're not to go there and say, hey, we're good.
Very wet and cold is what it looks like from here.
Sparkling ice. Here's the pitch from Gross. That's going to be outside. 1-2 on the count for Reyes, trying to advance that runner there on second.
That sucks when that happens. I'm sorry.
Maybe we can get a runner to go get it for
Yeah, to go get your drink over there.
Somebody here in the broadcast. It's over there, and that'd be nice, huh? Hey, good eye there from Reyes. She's hanging in there. Started out 0-2. Now she's evened it up at 2-2. Trying to advance that runner on second. That would be a very important run there for Eloy. With one down here in the top of the fourth, Tombstone leads 4-2. Here's the pitch from Gross. That's going to be high. Look at Reyes, man. Good eye there. Four to 2 in favor of Tombstone. We got a good one here. Reyes. Right fielder for the Eloy Santa Cruz Dust Devils up to bat. And, they called it. Oh, she's on base. So, look at that.
She's acting like it hit her hand.
Did it? Well,
at least she's shaking her hand, so
maybe
might have grazed her hand.
You know what? It might have hit her. Yeah, just got confirmation on that, did it? Okay, so now runners on first and second. We got the top of the lineup. Melody Cade for Eloy Santa Cruz. Whew. Here's the pitch from Gross. Call that a strike. 0-1. She gets ahead on the batter.
Runners at first and second for Santa Cruz here with one out.
Yeah, boy, they got the. There's the. Oh, that's going to go foul. They got the tying run on first, so. Trying to advance those runners to second and third. And with that small ball, Melanie Cade, the batter, the left fielder for Eloy Santa Cruz.
Now, all of a sudden, that wind is non-existent at the moment.
Again, just knock on whatever we can knock on. Oh, she went on that pitch. So that's 2 down. 2 down for Tombstone. Good pitch there from Gross.
Big strikeout for Tombstone.
Look at it. So we got four innings here. We're in the 4th. And Tombstone, a pitcher Gross is still throwing pretty hard. We got Michaela Leas batting for Eloy Santa Cruz. Trying to bring in those runners. Now we've got a meeting, the assistant coach.
I almost wish that wind would come back, and now it's starting to get hot on my back. I'm starting to sweat. Give me that wind back.
The people out there listening say, Todd, what's it going to be? Do you want wind or don't you?
Well, I know it's a lot more difficult for the softball players to play in the wind and judge the ball,
Especially the outfielder, you know that.
But all of a sudden, it just stopped.
Yeah.
Dead quiet. No wind at the moment.
So here's the pitch from Gross.
Oh,
and there's a shot. That's going to bring in the 2. That is going to bring in the 2. That's going to be the left center. She's going to get a double on that. They do bring him home. Here is the throw. Oh, it's high. They're going to advance that runner to 3rd. So she's going to get a triple out of this on airs. Okay. So they're going to count that as a double. They'll mark it in the book as a triple. She gets 3, but it's going to be on air. Woo! And just like that. That's Eloy. See, that's the beauty of softball, the beauty of competition. We got a tied ball game, just like that.
Santa Cruz Eloy fans over here on the side going crazy.
That's great.
Yeah. Well, we're all tied up now, 4-4, 2 outs.
Now,
here in the 4th.
Banda is going to try to keep it up here. That's going to be outside 1-0 count. Gross, the pitcher for Tombstone. They're working with 2 outs. Now they just got to worry about that runner on 3rd. Here's where no pass ball. It's not going to be good. That's where you ask your pitcher to just keep it there. Oh, that's a nice cut. Nice cut from Banda. It's going to be a 1-1 count, 4-4. Yeah, I hate to sound like a broken record here, but I knew we were in for a good one, Todd. 4-4.
And like you say, the last time these 2 teams met up, Eloy won 8-6.
It was a 2-run ball game, yes. Ooh! The count is 2-1. Banda has the advantage here, ahead on the count. Here is the pitcher Gross. And that's a good cut. That's going to be, don't knock over my drink. No, you're okay. I wonder if it's still cold. That's the question. So we got 2 down here on the top of the 4th. Tombstone trying to hold that runner there on 3rd. That's the go-ahead run for Eloy Santa Cruz. And there's a shot. That's down the 3rd base line. That's going to bring in 1. And Eloy Santa Cruz has grabbed the lead 5-4 over Tombstone with the base hit from Banda. Right down, like she couldn't have placed that any better.
And just like that, Eloy pulls ahead 5-4. Now they have the lead.
And now we've got Emily Brown. Cleanup hitter. Here's the pitch from Gross, and that's going to be a tough. She's got it. She's underneath. Should be okay. She's got it. Right fielder's got it for Tombstone, and that is going to be. That's it for that inning. So we've played 3.5. It is Eloy 5, Tombstone 4. Nice one. All right.
Big thank you to American Southwest Credit Union, one of our sponsors. Today's game sponsored by them, serving all of Southern Arizona. If you live, work, or worship here, you may be eligible to join. Experience better rates and personalized service at ascu.org. Join the credit union that supports your community. Federally insured by NCUA, equal opportunity lender. Thank you to Sierra Toyota. Sierra Toyota wants you to buy your car, or wants to buy your car, truck, or SUV. Get your vehicle appraised in 30 minutes or less. No vehicle will be turned away. Stop into Sierra Toyota today. They want to buy your vehicle badly. And I just felt that the wind picked back up, and it actually feels kind of good right now.
And actually, it was one of those gusts, I get a little bit of a push, but.
Well, what a game we have here today, folks.
Yes.
In the first round of the playoffs here in Tombstone, Arizona.
They are in the top of the 5th in Kingman. Kingman 6, Benson 2. Top of 5.
Top of 5. So Benson needs to score a few more runs here to try to overtake them today in their first round playoff game as well.
Let's go.
We got Schmidt, the batter, for Tombstone. Layla Brown on the mound. And here is the pitch. Ooh, right there. She gets ahead on the batter. 0-1 on the count.
Tombstone has to get some runners on the base.
Layla Brown with a pitch. That's fouled off. 0-2. Way ahead for Layla Brown. See the luxury of a pitcher on an 0-2 count. She pretty much a pitch. She can throw whatever she wants. Obviously not something down the middle, but there you go. Oh, she tried the changeup. That's going to be a 1-2 count. We are in the bottom of the 4th from Tombstone. Eloy leads 5-4 after grabbing that lead.
And that's their first lead of the game.
That is correct. And there's a shot to the shortstop.
That's going to be a tough play.
That's going to be a very tough play.
She got on.
That was deep. That was deep in the hole for the shortstop, so that was going to be tough one way or another.
Yeah, your throw was going to have to be on target to get her out.
If I'm scoring, if I'm a bookkeeper or scorekeeper, I'm calling that a base hit. So leadoff hitter is on for Tombstone, which brings up Arabella Alvarez. There's the ball. Nice play. She got back in time, but way to cover the mound, Layla Brown.
Thank you to Pioneer Title Agency, independently owned, family operated, Arizona proud in the business of good deeds.
Here is the pitch to Alvarez. Bella Lopez, let me correct. Bella Lopez is the batter for Tombstone. Here's the pitch from Layla Brown. There's the cut. You got an 0-2 count with 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th from Tombstone. Eloy leads 5-4. We got a good one here in windy Tombstone, Arizona.
Yep, that wind picking back up again.
1 out in the bottom of the 4th. That's just, he called that a strike. That's 2 down. Got Lopez on strikes. And that brings up Hayden Dobbins. Hayden Dobbins has gotten the bat on the ball here during this game. She waits. Right up the middle.
Can she get it? Can she get it? Can she get it?
Just a little late. She covered the mound well. That was just a hard shot.
Yeah.
Layla was on it. That's just a hard shot to handle. You got runners on first and second now, 2 outs. She says she's good. Give him the thumbs up. Hard hit ball there. So Layla Brown, she says she's good. The bad news is for Eloy, they got runners on first and second. The good news for Layla Brown is got 2 outs. 1 out away from getting out of this inning. Let's see if Gross can hit this ball. This would be Bria Gross. And Layla Brown gets ahead on the batter. 0-1 the count. Runners on first and second, 2 down here in the bottom 4. Here is the pitch. That's going to be a little low. 1-1 the count on Bria Gross. Nice cut there from Gross. Nice pitch there from Layla Brown. Got the best of her there. Now it's a 1-2 count. And here is the pitch, and that is a cut to the shortstop. She thought about getting the runner. It's
all safe.
She thought about shortstop thought about getting that runner in, hitting the third, and just a little late on the throw to first. So you got runners on first and third now. 2 down for Eloy. Actually, now you got bases loaded.
Bases loaded, yeah.
Let me correct that.
2 outs, though, but a nice hit should get a couple of runs in, so that's the good news if you're a Tombstone fan. 5-4. What a game. First round playoff coverage here on Cool FM Live Facebook.
We got Allie McCoy in to run. Pinch runner.
For Tombstone.
For the runner, yes, correct. For the runner at first.
She must be a speedster.
So now we got Brianna True. Brianna True, the batter for Tombstone. Bases loaded, 2 down, bottom 4. Layla Brown on the mound, 4. Eloy Santa Cruz. Here is the 1-0 pitch.
Oh, beautiful hit.
That is a high
That's a big
fly
one.
ball.
That's going to be
That
tough
is
to
a
get.
high, and that's a
Home
home
run.
run.
Home
That
run.
is a grand slam.
Wow.
Grand slam for woo, Brianna True. Now
Wow.
nobody going to tell me that's her first one. Right, Coach? That's not her first one, right? No, I was going to say, no. She's got a beautiful swing. Wow. She was right on that ball. And
Wow.
Just like that, it is 7-5 in favor of Tombstone. The home team takes the lead. 8th. Oh, my. Brianna True. Oh, boy, so you're looking at the 8th home run. Oh, 8-5. Oh, they had it 7-5, 8-5. You know how many home runs she has on the year? That's her 4th? Okay, man. What a swing.
Well,
That's a little bit against the wind, too, like I said. Woo.
She got a grand slam in the regional championship game.
My gosh, yes. Well, I guess, Coach, that's the reason she bats at number 4, right? There's a reason she's there, right?
beautiful grand slam home run just when Tombstone needed it. 8-5. Tombstone back in the lead. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. It's the bottom or the top? Again.
Actually, it's the bottom of the 4th.
Bottom of the 4th,
And
yeah.
here, and like I said, see, anytime you look at a lineup and you look at your 3 and 4 hitters, your 3 you know is going to hit the ball because he's guaranteed the bat. He or she is guaranteed a bat in that first inning. See, that's where you put him. And then you put your cleanup batter. Here we go. We got 2 outs. 8-5, I should say, in favor of Tombstone. Here's the pitch from Layla Brown.
Oh, my
There
gosh,
is
another
one.
beautiful hit.
And that's going to go foul.
That would have been a home run.
Foul. Ooh.
Just misses by a foot or so.
That was going to be a no-doubt home run. Oh, my.
That was a big, powerful hit, but goes foul just barely.
That is gross. Gross got on that ball.
Hey, check it out. Yellow jacket.
Sigh of relief for Tombstone with that grand slam home run.
We got 2 down, and that's going to go foul.
And all of a sudden, the fans of Santa Cruz getting very quiet over there.
Well, no, it's getting we're getting late in the game here, but again, I always say.
Well, this game is not over by any means.
Oh, absolutely not. Bottom of the 4th, a lot of softball to be played, but as innings go on, you just start saying, all right, how many bats do we have left? That's going to go low.
As you can see, you can score runs real quick.
So Carla Gross.
8-5 if you're just joining us. Tombstone back in the lead. 2 outs here. Bottom of the 4th.
Kyla Gross with a 1-2 count. Here's the pitch from Layla Brown. Just a little bit outside. Going to be a 2-2. She evens up the count. 8-5 in favor of Tombstone. Bottom 4. We got 2 outs for Eloy Santa Cruz. Here's the pitch from Layla Brown.
Ooh.
That's a little early, a little in front of that ball.
Ball coming in from the outfield. Time.
So 2 down for Eloy Santa Cruz. Here is the pitch from Layla Brown. 2. Kyla Gross. And that's going to be outside. That's going to be a full count. Here we go. Seal generic. Anything close here, right? There we go. Here is the pitch from Layla Brown. It's going to be a base on balls. So Gross will get a pass on the base on balls. 2 down. We've got a runner on first for Tombstone. They lead by 3 here in the bottom 4.
Thank you to the Leon team at Cross Country Mortgage as Cochise County's #1 mortgage lender. One of our sponsors as well. They continue to provide exceptional service and personalized lending for all of Cochise County. Foul tip there.
Yeah, Nickel the batter for Tombstone.
Number 16
is, yes, that is Mackenzie Nickel. And here is the pitch from Layla Brown. 2 down, 2 down. She's ahead of the batter.
Oh, she's going.
She's going on the pass ball. It's 0-2. The runner does advance. It's 0-2 on Nickel for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. Layla Brown trying to get out of this. And it's a called third strike. Good pitch there from Layla Brown. So we have played 4 in the books here from Tombstone. It is the Tombstone Yellow Jackets 8 and the Eloy Santa Cruz Dust Devils 5. What a game we have here. And like you said, a lot of softball yet to be played. Like I say, you know, it's all numbers, Todd. You get your runners on, you get 2 runners on, you're 1 swing away from tying up the game. I mean,
absolutely.
That's baseball. That's softball, baseball for you. This is why it's good. It's 2A softball at its best here from Tombstone, who we mentioned earlier in the broadcast. Program very, very, give credit to the coaches. Undefeated in the region this year. Eloy Santa Cruz featuring some fine pitching. Now they just need some runs.
So Eloy Santa Cruz was undefeated in the region?
No, Tombstone.
Tombstone. Oh, yeah.
Was.
Okay. Just
Eloy played the Valley region. They were 3-3.
Okay,
in
gotcha.
Conference. Tombstone was 4-0.
TW Communications, one of our sponsors, fast, reliable internet with no data caps. Save money when you prepay. Now through May 31st, when you prepay for 12 months of internet service, they'll give you the 13th month free. That's TWN Communications. Big thank you to Jim Blair at Haymore Real Estate, loving Tombstone and Cochise County since 1979. Let him help you buy or sell your next home. Jim Blair at Haymore Real Estate, supporting the Yellow Jackets. 8-5. What a game. Tombstone in the lead. Eloy coming up, Santa Cruz Eloy coming up to bat right now.
Yeah, and here the leading off for the Santa Cruz Dust Devils will be their starting pitcher. That Layla Brown replacement would be Alyssa Flores, the freshman. Like I said, after playing a couple innings, she's no longer a freshman. She's a sophomore now. So she's in playoff softball mode, that's for sure. She's got 2 pretty good hitters coming up for Eloy.
You're watching the broadcast on Cool FM Live on Facebook. We try to cover as much sports coverage all over Cochise County as we can. So follow our page as well for everything Cochise County. And you teams watching us from outside the area, if there's a Cochise team playing your team, sometimes there's a good chance that we'll be covering that game. So follow our page. We're also on YouTube at Cool FM Live as well.
It is Kyla Gross on the mound for Tombstone, and we got Alyssa Flores batting for Eloy. And here's the pitch. Good cut there from Flores.
Big swing.
And Gross gets a hit on the count, 0-1. 8-5 in favor of Tombstone. We are at the top of 5.
Out of 7.
There's the nice bunt. That's going to be a tough play. And she covered the mound well. Gross covered the mound well. 1 down. 1 down for Tombstone. Brings up the pitcher, Layla Brown. Time flies, they say, as you're playing fine softball. Top of 5 here from Tombstone. There is a good cut from Layla Brown. Will it
good
get
throw?
And
she
good
got
throw.
her.
Wow. That's
Nice
2
throw.
down. 2 down. Here in the top of 5.
Tombstone feeling more and more confident, I can tell.
Well, no, and then, again, you just look at these talented softball players. That shortstop for Tombstone. Man, you see that arm? It was just a whip. And got that ball over in a matter of seconds for the easy out in the second out of the inning. Here's Gross in the pitch.
Strike.
And that is Mariah Davis batting for Eloy Santa Cruz. 2 down here in the top of 5. And that's a good cut. That's going to be trouble. Oh, you see that whip? See that whip on that throw? Just like that. That's why she plays shortstop.
Wow, she is really good.
Well, no, that's why she plays that 6-hole there. That shortstop with that arm. So 3 up, 3 down for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. Can't ask more for your pitcher. We go to the bottom of 5 with Tombstone leading 8-5.
Thank you to Haymore Real Estate, serving Southern Arizona for 45 years. Large enough for all your real estate needs, still small enough to care at Haymore Real Estate. Our playoff coverage also brought to you by Sulphur Springs Valley Electric, serving our community. Thank you to Ginger's Title Services of Sierra Vista, located at 999 East Fry Boulevard. They're now open on Saturdays from 9 until 2, serving all of Cochise County. Grasshopper Landscaping, quality from the ground up. Contact them today for all your landscaping needs. They even do pool cleaning services, serving all of Cochise County. Visit them on Facebook or Google Grasshopper Landscaping. Thank you again to Barnett's Towing and Barnett's Propane, serving our community since 1963. And a big thank you to MORSE Automotive Group, Sierra Vista. Stop in today and experience the difference. Cochise County is now backed by Morse, and they back all of our sports coverage and support our youth sports coverage here every single game, and we thank them. We can't do it without their support. MORSE Automotive Group. Todd Ryan along with Joaquin Harrow. Joaquin, a great game here so far.
It is, and that's the important thing here for Eloy is you don't want to get any further down. You want to keep the score where it is. You don't want to get any deeper in the hole as we play in the bottom of the 5th. Here is Layla Brown throwing hard for the Eloy Santa Cruz Dust Devils. Here's the cut, and that's going to be played well by second baseman for Eloy Santa Cruz. 1 down, just like that here in the bottom of 5.
Hey, stay high. Stay hot, Violet Schmidt.
Here is the pitch from Layla Brown. It's going to be low. And she gets ahead of the count on Layla Brown.
Hey, 1 speed, 1 spot.
Ball 2, 2 balls, 1 strike.
The batter is Schmidt for Tombstone. Here is the pitch from Layla Brown to Schmidt. And that's a cut on it, and she covers the mound well. Layla Brown over to first, and just like that, it's 2 outs here in the bottom of 5. As I mentioned, keeping that score where it is. You don't want to let Tombstone get any more runs. And Layla Brown doing her job here in this inning due to the fact that, hey, 2 up, 2 down. That is a low pitch to Arabella Alvarez. She gets ahead on the count, 1-0. 8-5 in favor of Tombstone.
And that wind starting to pick back up again.
The 1-0 pitch from Layla Brown. There's a cut, and that is going to be right to the left fielder. And a good play there. Just like that, 3 up, 3 down. And that was Melody Cade getting that fly ball. So 3 up, 3 down, Todd. Just like they wanted it. Here comes Eloy in the top of 6. So we've played 5. It is Tombstone 8. And it's Eloy Santa Cruz 5.
Big thank you to our sponsors, Copper Queen Community Hospital at Cochise County. The new physical therapy department is now open in Hereford. Physical therapy clinics in Bisbee and Douglas also provide the highest quality of services to outpatients and home health patients of all ages.
Kingman Academy 7, Benson 2, top of 6.
Unfortunately, not looking good for the Benson Bobcats girls softball team right now.
Yeah, Todd, that time is right. Here we are in the 6th also. And the winner of this game will advance to play, more than likely, Wickenburg.
Oh, okay.
Who is the top seed. They are playing Mojave Accelerated today.
And where would the next game be? Do we know that? Yeah.
That would be the next. That's Todd. You got me, man. You got me on that one.
I stumped you on that one.
Can I call a friend? No.
Yeah. You can phone a friend. You can. Or maybe a friend can. Maybe the coach can text you.
I'm not sure if they, in terms of seeds, do they get another home game? I think think you go to the big city on that one. Now, you know what? My source might weigh in on that one. But I know the winner of this one advances to play more than likely, the number 1 seed. Again, that's why they play the game. Here we go with Gross, the pitcher, and that's a nice pitch and a good cut from Banda. Sienna Banda, the batter for Eloy Santa Cruz. Gross, the pitch, that's a little high. 1-1 on the count. Here's the pitch from Gross. A nice cut there from Banda. We got a 2-2 count. We are in the top of the 6th. Tombstone 8, Eloy 5. You do your best to get this leadoff batter on if you can do that. Here is the pitch to Banda. That's going to be low. They call that a ball. That's 2-2. That's that one a strike. 2-2 on Banda. Here's Grosh. She looks at her pitch. And that's going. Oh, got her.
You got her.
Got her.
Got her looking.
And that's it. So 1 down here in the top of the 6th. Tombstone holds on to that 3-run lead, 8-5. Tombstone Yellow Jackets playing out of the 2A South. Eloy Santa Cruz playing out of the 2A Valley. Here is the pitch from Gross. Reyes is the batter for Eloy Santa Cruz. Here is the pitch from Gross. Right down the line. They're saying that's going to stay in. Yeah,
that was a close one.
Oh yeah, they called it fair. So right down the line.
But like you say, it was right on the line and a good throw there. So now Tombstone has 2 outs.
And the third base umpire had the best look at it.
Yep.
He's standing right there. So 2 down, 2 up, 2 down for Tombstone. Gross pitching well for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. 2A softball from Tombstone, Arizona. Here is the pitch from Gross. That's going to be low. And Melody Cade gets ahead on the count. Melody Cade waits for the pitch. Here is Gross. And that's going to be called a strike, 1-1. With 2 outs here in the top of the 6th from Tombstone. Tombstone with that 3-run lead. 1-1 on the count on Melody Cade. Here's Gross, and that's going to be a shot. Nice hit. That's going to go all the way to the fence. That's going to be at least a double for Cade. She will get into second quite easy. So with 2 down, you got a runner in scoring position. That brings up Michaela Leas for Eloy Santa Cruz.
8-5, Tombstone in the lead if you're just joining us.
Come on, Kayla.
Pretty much a base hit to the outfield, brings in Juan, who is way ahead of the changeup from Gross. A little ahead of the pitch there for Les. Got a pretty good crack at it. Going to be 0-1, so Gross is ahead on her pitcher. 2 down here in the top of the 6th.
4-5-5.
Eloy Santa Cruz batting. Here's the pitch from Gross, and that's low. That's going to be a 1-1 count. There's going to be aggressive base run with 2 down. On contact, that runner is gone. Here's the pitch from Gross. He's going to call that a strike, 1-2. Leas down in the count. Again, holding on to a 3-run lead for Tombstone. Gross doesn't like the pitch they're calling. She's saying no. And now she finally says, I like shakes off 3 pitches. And they got her. See?
And she was right.
You know what?
She knew which pitch to throw.
That's exactly right. 3 times. So just like that, you got Tombstone holding on to that 3-run lead. We go to the bottom of the 6th. We played 5.5, 8-5 in favor of Tombstone over Eloy Santa Cruz. But yeah, see, that's all the pitching thing. That pitcher, you know, she's got the feel. And looks over, and the coach calls this pitch. No, waiver off. And sometimes it doesn't always work. Trust me. I mean, but she's the one in charge, right?
Absolutely.
She's the one throwing the pitches. That's for sure.
John Ryan here behind the camera, and along with Joaquin Harrow with the play-by-play call of Tombstone and Santa Cruz Eloy. Great game so far, 8-5. I want to thank Right Way, now serving Tombstone and Cochise County, providing heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical services. They'll be working hard to earn your trust the right way. They're happy to support our local athletic sports broadcasts.
I see their vans all the time on the road.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're around even more now that they actually have their own business in Sierra Vista, so they can service Cochise County better. They used to just drive their trucks down from Tucson.
Yes.
But now they have their own offices here in Sierra Vista to better serve the area. Right Way, heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical services.
Cabela Lopez, the hitter here for Tombstone. Layla Brown is your pitcher for Eloy Santa Cruz. Here we go, bottom of the 6th. They're going to go small ball. That is a good bunt.
That's foul.
No, he kept it in foul. She picked it up in fair territory. Yeah, I think if she would have let it roll just a little bit, it would have went foul. But those are tough decisions to make on the cuff there. All right. So yeah, it was still in play, inside the white line. So that's why he said fair ball. He said inside. So Lopez starts it off. You got your leadoff batter on, 8-5 in favor of Tombstone. Bottom of the 6th. That's going to be a wild pitch, and she's going to be now on second scoring position. And it's going to be a 1-0 count on Dobbins. So that should be playable by the second. Oh, that's okay. They got it. All right. It's going to be 1 down. Dobbins out on the fly out there. I guess you would call it the infield fly, I guess.
Hey, base hits all we need right here, man.
I think you need runners on first and second for that. That's another show. So with 1 down, 8-5 Tombstone leads. Layla Brown, the pitcher. Bria Gross. And got her on that changeup, and here you go. Two down. In the bottom of the 6th. Layla Brown. Back to pitch. Here is the pitch. And it's going to be just a little low to Brianna True. Got a runner in scoring position. 2 down here for Tombstone. Here's the pitch. Got her on that changeup.
Pop up.
It's up.
Hard to see, though.
And that is a fair ball. That is a...
Yeah, what's the deal on that?
Good idea, Bella.
Well, no, because it hit...
All the way around.
All right. I got it. Okay. Foul ball on that one. I thought on the fly ball because she went at it in fair territory, but it bounced out. So...
Oh, yeah, that was a bounce, I guess. Okay.
Yeah, it bounced out. So he called a foul. And that's going to be low. So Brianna True working on a 2-1 count. 8-5. Tombstone leads by 3. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Here's the pitch from Layla Brown. Tries the changeup. Just a little high. Runner advances to third. Base hit. Adds another to the lead. That's not what Eloy Santa Cruz wants. So, let's see what Layla Brown will pitch to True. So here is the pitch. It's going to be low. And that is a base on balls. And here comes Carla Gross.
8-5, Tombstone in the lead. Runners at first and third for Tombstone with 2 outs here in the 6th inning.
So here is the pitch from Layla Brown. Called that a ball, 1-0. 2 down for Eloy Santa Cruz. Layla Brown throwing hard there from the mound. Here is the pitch. Oh, he called that low also, 2-0. Way ahead on the count is Kyla Gross for Tombstone, holding on to that 3-run lead, threatening with runners on first and third. Here is the pitch. There's the swing. 2-1 count on Kyla Gross. Eloy needing this out. Here is the pitch. And that's going to be, might be trouble. It is trouble. They're safe.
Uh-oh.
And that's going to be,
wow. Risky to have her go to third.
Yeah, runner advanced to third. A throw wasn't there. So you got runners again in first and third. Runner scores. Had that lead to 9-5 for Tombstone. They're going to get a pinch runner.
Game 1.
So some more security runs for Tombstone here.
Yeah, they're going to get a pinch runner that I believe is Allie McCoy to run for the hitter. We got 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th. Tombstone enjoying a 4-run lead. Here is the pitch from Layla Brown. Here is a shot. Oh, nice play from the shortstop. Beautiful. Throws it over to first, and that is it. So 3 more outs for Eloy. This is it. Going to the top of the 7. We've played 6 here in Tombstone. It's a 4-run lead for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. Tombstone 9, Eloy Santa Cruz 5.
And this is the last chance here for Santa Cruz Eloy to make a comeback here and win this game with a 9-5 score, down by 4 runs. Our coverage brought to you by Sierra Toyota. Sierra Toyota wants to buy your car, truck, or SUV. Get your vehicle appraised in 30 minutes or less. No vehicle will be turned away. Go to Sierra Toyota today in Sierra Vista. Also, want to big thank you going out to American Southwest Credit Union, serving Southern Arizona. If you live, work, or worship here, you may be eligible to join. Experience better rates and also personalized service. Just go to ascu.org. Todd Ryan here behind the camera, and kind of the co-host here of the main broadcast announcer, Joaquin Harrell. Joaquin, thank you so much for being our announcer and helping us out today on this exciting game. First round playoff coverage.
Yeah, I love it, and it's been good. You got Kyla Gross here trying to close it out for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. With the home field advantage, they're enjoying that, and they enjoy a 4-run lead going into the top of the 7th. Last chance for Eloy. So this is going to be an interesting inning.
Yep, it comes down to this inning for Eloy.
Yeah, so Eloy will have their number 3, 4, and 5 coming up. And their number 3 hitter to lead it off is Monette Banda, number 23.
9-5. Tombstone in the lead here.
That was a good record years ago. 9-5.
9-5, Dolly Parton. Great song. Stands the test of time.
That's right.
Love that song.
Here is Gross trying to close it out and advance in the 2A softball playoffs. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be just a bit outside. So Banda gets ahead of the count, 1-0, 9-5, 4-run lead for Tombstone. And this is it for the Eloy Santa Cruz Dust Devils. Got to get something going to extend this game. Here is Gross. Here is the pitch, and there's a swing. That's a nice hit. That's going to go to the fence. That's going to be a double for Banda, and she will stop at second. That's the way you want to start off your inning. Just like that. So Banda. What was it? So Banda, what a hit. That double right to the center field. Line drives it all the way to the fence, and that will bring up Emily Brown. Here is the pitch from Gross. That's going to be low. The pitch from Gross. And right to the pitcher. She covers the mound well. Anytime you're leading by 4 runs, you trade runs for outs. Outs for runs, that's for sure.
That first out very critical here for Tombstone. So now they have
one down, but they got a runner in scoring position. Got to get some runners on base. 1 down. Here's the pitch from Gross. That's low. 1-0 on Alyssa Forbes. Alyssa Flores, the batter, 1 down here in the top. That's low. And a good job by the catcher of Tombstone to keep that in front of her. That could have been 1 run. That's protecting the plate, that's for sure. Here is Gross. Here is the pitch. That's going to be low. No. Oh, come on. That's almost a pass ball. So she's ahead in the count. 3 balls, no strike. 1 out. Top of the 7th. Tombstone leads Eloy Santa Cruz 9-5. Oof. Here's the pitch from Gross. And that's going to be a strike. It's going to be 3-1. That's a good take. She's still got to give you 2 more, that's for sure. That's the so-called mentality behind that. Wouldn't be surprised if Eloy Santa Cruz coach said take 1 more. Oh, that's a good cut. Right to the mound. And they're going to go home. And she's in there. So, they do get the out. That's 2 down, but they do get that run. It's 9-6. We're on the top of the 7th. And now Layla Brown will come up for Eloy Santa Cruz. Tombstone 1 out away from advancing in the 2A playoffs. Pitcher versus pitcher. That's right down the pipe there. Gross to Brown. Pitcher versus pitcher. Here is the pitch. Here is the cut. Ooh, she's got it. And Tombstone is going to advance in the playoffs. That's it. That's it. The final from Tombstone. It is the Tombstone Yellow Jackets 9, Eloy Santa Cruz 6 in the first round of the 2A state playoffs. Now, if you go with the bracket, Tombstone will now advance to play the winner of Wickenburg and Mojave Accelerated. I don't know what the result of that game is going on, but there you go. What a game we had, right?
What a beautiful game. Tombstone will now advance, winning 9-6 here in Tombstone today. Congratulations to the team, the girls. What a great game. And do we have an update on the Benson girls score yet, Joaquin?
The last one I had, they were in the 6th inning, and it was Kingman 7, Benson 2.
That was in the 6th.
That was correct. Kingman Academy 11, Benson 2, bottom of 6.
Okay, so they've even expanded their lead now. So
now, Todd, if I could just say, for instance, Eloy Santa Cruz, they're, again, always the future bright with their program. I mean, they've got pitching. They're very well coached. And a great softball team. I mean, again, following softball, going back to my daughter, that's a while. But I'm just saying, I know what their program is made of. And also when we talk about Tombstone, because if you look back at Tombstone, years ago, the program was there, but last few years it's just been slowly growing and growing and growing. And look at now. Again, they went undefeated in the region, and they've now advanced in the first round of the playoffs. So got to give a lot of credit to the Tombstone softball coaches and where their program is. So both programs, fantastic. Tombstone gets the best of them today, 9-6. They advance. And again, it was very enjoyable covering this first round of the 2A state playoffs, that's for sure.
Well, Joaquin Harrell, thank you so much for your coverage. Maybe we'll have you be with us at some games down the road here. Just depends on your schedule as well, too. But thank you for joining us, folks. What a win. What a beautiful win for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets, 9-6. The final here, you can see the team and the coaches gathered there in the field. Thanks to our sponsors, Sierra Toyota, Pioneer Title Agency, the Leon team at Cross Country Mortgage, TWN Communications, Jim Blair at Haymore Real Estate, also Haymore Real Estate in general. Also would like to thank our sponsors, American Southwest Credit Union. Thank you to Right Way Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electrical Services, Aloe Fiber, Ginger's Title Services of Sierra Vista. Thank you to Grasshopper Landscaping, also Copper Queen Community Hospital, Barnett's Towing and Barnett's Propane, the Sherry Ethel team at Long Realty, and MORSE Automotive Group, and Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative serving our community. For Joaquin Harrell, I'm Todd Ryan. Have yourselves a great day. Again, the final score, Tombstone 9, Santa Cruz Eloy 6. Have yourselves a great day.